Welcome to Firewire. You're watching Firewire. Welcome to Firewire. You're watching Firewire. Welcome to Firewire.
Tonight's special guest.
You're watching Firewire. Welcome to Firewire. You're watching Fire.
Hey, you finally felt like showing up. Welcome to the Firewire at East Hampton Bowl. Come on in.
1, 2, 1, 2.
My heart ever since is perdido. I know I must go to Torino to find what I was perdido. Ba-ba-dee-oh, ba-da-dee, ba-da-dee-oh, ba-da-dee, my heart ever since is perdido. I know I must go to Torino to find what I was perdido.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks.
welcome back to the Firewire. I'm here with Po'Boy Reinhart. Po'Boy, thanks a lot. I appreciate you coming down to the Firewire tonight.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you having me come down.
It's my pleasure. So Po'Boy liked the sandwich, right?
That's right. That's right.
How'd you get the nickname Po'Boy? Where'd that come from?
Well, I feel like my music had a little bit of a New Orleans style to it, so I threw in a little bit of the Po'Boy sandwich from New Orleans in there, and the Reinhart comes from the gypsy jazz guitar player Django Reinhardt. So I combined those two, and I got a little name right there.
I'm not familiar with the gypsy jazz guitarist, but give us some background on that.
Django Reinhardt and Stefan Grappelli, they were two gypsy jazz artists during the 1920s and 30s. They were probably one of the only premier European jazz musicians that really innovated the music of jazz from the European section of the world. And they played some really fast jazz stuff. He actually had 3 fingers, because 2 fingers were actually melded together from an accident. Wow. And he played really fast guitar, though. And Stefan Grappelli played very fast violin. And he played with a bunch of other people, too. And he wrote a lot of really cool compositions on guitar.
So he didn't really need the bottle to play slide then, really, because if the fingers were fused together, it's kind of like, you know, it really is kind of like a slide guitar without the bottle.
Sort of, yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen like Warren Haynes and Dickie Betts from the Allman Brothers, Leonard Skinner, you know, when they play slide, I don't know if it's a bottle, that's what I call it, because that's what it looks like, but I know it does go over 1 or 2 fingers and just slide it back and forth. Yeah,
yeah. So, I mean, he just was able to manipulate his fingers so fast that, like, if you listen to his recordings, it was just extremely fast. Like, you can't believe that it's only, like, really 3 fingers playing on that.
Well, now I'm going to have to, because I don't know how old you are. We won't say it on camera. We'll save your grace that way, but... Yngwie Malmsteen, are you familiar with Yngwie Malmsteen?
Oh, sure, yeah.
I mean, he was with Alcatraz when he was 14. Mm-hmm. Really fast on the guitar, unbelievable. I think he was the first one to play Beethoven's Fifth on the guitar.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think, well, maybe not the first, but at least on record. Mm-hmm. You know, actually recorded to an album he was, and then, of course, you know, he went solo, had a great career. Speaking about something unique, it's a kazoo, isn't it?
Yes, it's a wooden kazoo.
I've seen the harmonica thing. I've never seen the kazoo thing. How did that work in?
Well, I was up in Woodstock, and there was this woman up there who makes her own homemade, like, wooden kazoos. And I was like, you know, I play a lot of jazzy stuff, and I could see how maybe this might work. And so I bought one. I brought it home, and I started messing around with it. And it's got like this nice muted trumpet 1920 sound to it. And it works really well with my originals. Have a very jazzy, swingy sound that kind of works from that era. So it just works out really nicely. And
What's that band that did the song Summertime?
Summertime. Oh, a lot of people.
You know what I'm talking about?
You're talking about like more modern, like Sublime?
No, this is going back to Frank.
Mongo Jerry.
Mongo Jerry, thank you, Frank. See, he's old enough to know. I think that was the first song I ever actually heard a kazoo in. They did the kazoo and they did the washboard.
Cool.
You haven't heard that song?
Mongo Jerry is, no, don't know that one.
Oh my God, he's definitely younger. See, he's definitely good. So you know what, how old are you?
How old am I? I am 30.
I hate him already.
Action.
So we're talking about the kazoo. Why don't you move the guitar to the side so people can actually see that? Frank, can you zoom in on that? Well, now he can't with your hands in the way. So go ahead, give the people a taste. Go ahead. There you go. That is pretty cool. What do you think, Frank?
Not bad.
Not bad at all, right?
My next instrument.
Takes years to master, I'll tell you.
You know what, it seems like, I remember in school playing the recorder. Remember the recorder?
Yeah.
They used to make you play 3 blind mice in that.
Yeah.
There you go.
It seems so simplistic, but damn, it was hard. And I can imagine that as easy as that might look, it's probably not an easy instrument to kind of fit into the music unless you're playing it right.
Yeah, well, you know, it's you're right, it's very easy to play, but to stylistically get it in there, it takes a little practice, absolutely.
I mean,
absolutely.
like you have, that's an air hole there, right?
Right,
so that changes the pitch when you put your
Well, you can,
over,
you can do that. Yeah, sure, you can go, and then also the way you manipulate your voice a little bit, you could use the tongue a little bit to make it sound even more muted, like a muted trumpet, or you could just kind of that type of sound.
Is
So
it a
you,
certain key? Is it in a certain key?
well, whatever I'm playing, I kind of, you know, try and get it to that key, but just through my voice and everything.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
It's unique.
thanks. Thank you.
It's really unique. So, you're 30. How long have you been playing guitar?
I've been playing since I was a teenager, since I was about 14 years old. And I started off playing a lot of metal stuff, doing a lot of like
Wait a
thrash
minute,
metal.
metal stuff. You're 30 years old. So name some bands when you say metal. Who were you, when you were listening, you were like, I got to be that person. So who were your influences from metal? This I got to hear.
All right, well, first I want to say, that what really got me into guitar was Nirvana, actually. Kurt Cobain and all that really got me into it. Then once I started playing guitar, I was like, I want to really get into like playing fast. So I learned like Metallica and Megadeth and stuff like that. Megadeth.
you did it.
Oh yeah. Megadeth, like Rust in Peace, Metallica, all the Metallica songs. I think I spent one summer just sitting in my bedroom listening to all Metallica
Peace
stuff.
Sells, who's buying?
Peace Sells was buying. The Rust in Peace album was my favorite, so I learned a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I don't think there was a bad song on that album. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Well, David Mustaine started with Metallica.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Then got fired, and
Yeah.
you know, I won't go into that because I don't want to be sued by anybody. Like, you can't get blood from a stone, can you? But no, really, they're great. So you're telling me, like, right now, you could probably play a quick piece?
I could try. I haven't done it in a while.
You know what? Let's try. I'll tell you what. Folks, if this is bad, we're going to cut it, so you're not going to see this. But if it's okay, it's going to go to air.
Let's see. It's very hard on acoustic to do that.
Kurt Hammett would be very proud. Very proud. That was really good, actually.
Thanks.
Yeah, and you're right. On an acoustic, it's even more difficult.
Yeah.
Yet all the chords still came through. I'm impressed.
Thanks.
Very impressed.
Thank you.
So, what other influences did you have? Obviously, the jazz.
Yeah,
the
jazz
Po'Boy
stuff.
Boys, so obviously,
Yeah.
so. But you know what? Let me digress.
Sure.
So metal, Metallica, Megadeth.
Right.
The jazz New Orleans thing. How did you pick a path, and why did you choose that path of music?
Well, I guess after my metal phase of learning all that stuff on guitar, I went as I got older. My taste kind of changed. I started listening to more like older, well, first I was always like a big Beatles fan, but as I got older, I got really into rockabilly stuff too, like early rock stuff, like Chuck Berry and Buddy Holly and Jerry Lee. Buddy Holly is like one of my big influences. I love Buddy Holly. I play a lot of his stuff. In fact, I always thought that maybe one day I'll even do a Buddy Holly like tribute type of act because I play so many of his songs that I might as well do that. So I love all the rockabilly stuff, and then I really got into blues, and then it's almost as if like as I've grown older, I've made like a musical, like I keep on going back further and further and further. So recently I'm really into like 1920s, 1910s ragtime jazz stuff. I re-listened to like lately a lot of Louis Armstrong and Big Spiderback and Jelly Roll Morton and all those stuff.
Well, I don't know if Louis Armstrong's really like 20s. I mean, like Robert Johnson, which is more blues than jazz, but
Right.
it still fits the same jazz genre. That's really like the 20s. Louis Armstrong really kind of got started more in the 40s.
No.
Didn't get popular until much later in life, though.
Might have gotten more popular later on, but he started earlier, 1920s, 30s.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Look at that. I learned something. Thank you for the lesson.
No problem.
It's never good when you're always right. But you couldn't do it off camera? You had to do it on camera? That's okay. I'll forgive you this time.
All right, sorry.
So you played a song for us, right?
Yeah.
And when we come back from break, you're going to do another one or two songs for us, right?
Okay, yep.
And pretty much original pieces.
All original pieces.
And, I mean, it sounded great. Do you normally play by yourself? Do you play with somebody or a band, or?
I do play shows. I alternate sets with Ukulele Ed, a friend of mine who does a lot of covers and originals on ukulele.
Well, you guys actually played here.
We played here last summer. Yep.
Yeah. You guys were great.
Thanks. Thank you very much. Yeah, so we usually like play places and we alternate sets, and we kind of we feel like together we kind of give off a good theme or vibe for the show.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
So if somebody was interested in getting hold of you, where can they find you?
You can go on Facebook and you can look up Po'Boy Reinhart. That's P-O, Boy, Reinhart, R-E-I-N-H-A-R-T, and you'll see me there.
Okay.
And yeah, you can just look me up over there. I don't really have a website right now. I'm looking to build one up, but.
Well, you know, with social media today, websites are honestly becoming less and less important. I mean,
Yeah.
even we have a Facebook. We, Firewire TV on Facebook. We do have a Facebook. Check it out. Like it, and you'll see all the videos before they actually air on TV. You can actually catch us on YouTube also if you like. But that's Firewire Show. What's the rest of it, Frank?
That's Firewireshow is fine.
Wasn't it / something? No?
Just Firewire
All right. See,
Show.
twice I'm corrected in the same show. That's awesome. So YouTube is Firewire Show. So they can catch you on Facebook, and obviously they can message you.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so when we come back, you're going to do another song or two for us, right?
Absolutely, I would be glad to.
I
Thank you.
appreciate you taking the time to come out. Thanks a lot, Po'Boy.
Thanks for stopping by for this episode of the Firewire. I love you, Jake. Take care of your mom. For now, get out. We'll see you next week.